Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Marvel Knights Wave Mindless One Build-A-Figure. Here we have the Fist Ninja. This is an army Build-A-Figure and really kind of goes on with the theme of the Daredevil and the Lady Bullseye figure, so it kind of all falls in line, and then you could always throw in the Elektra Daredevil there. So just like the Fist Ninja, it uses some of the same parts from the Hand Ninja Army Builder, but I think it's a shorter figure, and I'm looking at it, and does it have the diaphragm and inverted ab crunch? I have not seen any review videos or anything like that to look at specific articulation, but it does look to be like a new torso piece. I think it does reuse the same arms. The hands are different because these ones are wrapped, so there are some differences here. Before we get into it, remember this wave is not going to be available at big box retail. You might find at specialty shops, local comic shops, so GameStop, and places like that, and then of course online. So Amazon, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, all your preferred fan channels that way, but not something that you're going to see in store. So don't wait and say, oh, if I see it in store, I'll pick up, because you're not going to see it in store unless you go shop at, like, again, GameStops, local comic shops, that sort of thing. But anyway, we got an alternate head here. We get an extra set of hands, and then we have a couple of weapons. It looks like we have a katana, and then we have this. This is the sickle comma. It's a comma, right? I think it's a comma. But anyway, artwork there of the ninja looking really cool. Really like it. And then we got ninjas in the background too. Very awesome. Here on the back of the package, the ninja looks really cool. We have the whole wave here to take a look at. After this one, we've basically looked at almost all of them. The only one left is going to be the Midnight Suns Gamerverse Iron Man figure to look at, and then we'll take a look at the Mindless One Build-A-Figure. But here with the Fist Ninja, the bio reads, rebuilt by Matt Murdock and Elektra, the Fist is a team of ninjas on a mission to take down the Dark Order known as the Hand. So the Fist Ninja fights the Hand. Yeah, there we go. So let's get this ninja out of the package and let's take a look. Okay, so here is the Fist Ninja out of the package. And you know what? This figure is kind of like the others in this wave, or is both great and frustrating. So we got the same arms, the same legs, the same head sculpt as the previous Hand Ninja that we got in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse wave, which, you know, was pretty good. Wasn't the greatest movement in the torso, but I think a pretty good ninja figure. This one takes it up a level. Could have gone 2 levels, but it went 1 level because we got the inverted ab crunch and the diaphragm cut on this. And then on top of that, butterfly joints. How awesome is that? But the diaphragm cut is almost useless. I mean, we get the swivel for it, I guess, but we just don't get the range of motion that diaphragm cuts should allow. And that is unbelievably frustrating with this figure. But I was surprised to see the butterfly joints because I truly did not know it had butterfly joints until I started moving. I'm like, oh shit, oh wow. And then the inverted ab crunch and diaphragm joint. I didn't notice that until I had taken a close look here in the video. I was looking, I'm like, oh wait, that looks pretty good. But again, limited range, so it sucks. But anyway, let's get to it. We have here the left arm to the Mindless One Build-A-Figure. So we will throw this off to the side and take a look at this all together in 2 videos. The next one will be the Gamerverse Iron Man, and then will be the Mindless One Build-A-Figure. He does come with an extra hand, which is cool, so throw that off to the side. The Fist Ninja comes with an extra set of hands. So out of the package, he actually has the gloves on, and then he has grip hands. Those are the same exact grip hands that come with the King Daredevil figure. So guess what? This Daredevil didn't come with any extra hands. Boom, we have fists. But then at the same time, the reds don't freaking match. They're not the same color red. I will pop these on the Daredevil figure so you could see, is it close enough match? And it might kind of be, but they are not the same red. This is a darker red than that Daredevil. But the fists, again, the grip hands are the same, so these fists will clearly match the wrapped, look of it. We also get an additional head sculpt for the Fist Ninja. So I guess I remember Dwight was saying when this figure was announced, that what happens when these ninjas are killed, like they just turn to dust or whatever. So we have this. Oh, look at that! It's just kind of floating around in that hood. So you could probably take this out. So this is just kind of a skull head. Could you just take that out? I just popped it out. Yeah, it's just a skull head. As you can see there, that you can put on there, and that looks pretty good. Not an articulated jaw, by the way. So this is not like the Ghost Rider head where it has an articulated jaw. It is just a skeleton skull, and it looks pretty good. The eye socket cavities and the nose are just painted in black to kind of give it that depth look. That is pretty cool. I like the way that looks. I will pop that head on there. I do actually have a second fist ninja coming, so I can have one that is alive and then one that is dead, so I'll be able to have two. I didn't think to order a second, have it in time for this video, unfortunately, but I will post pictures later on when that happens. And then of course the katana and the kama weapon there. The katana actually can sheath into the sash belt here. As you can see, there is the spot for it, but the kama, however, does not have any kind of weapon storage, so for that, the ninja will have to hold on to it, and that's okay too. So now let's go ahead and get in for the closer look at the Fist Ninja. Okay, so there's an up close look at the Fist Ninja. Again, it is the same head sculpt as we got with the Hand Ninja, and you can look at the height difference between these two, because again they have different torsos. So that's kind of wild, because the legs are the same, the boots are the same, the feet are the same, the legs are the exact same. They are pins, so as you can see they're reused. The arms are the same, so you can see they have pins and are reused, but the torso is what makes the complete difference, and that is a huge size difference in height between the Hand and the Fist Ninja. So same head sculpt though, looks pretty good. It's just kind of whited out for the eyes, and you have the red hood in there. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and pop that off. Is this? No. Oh yeah, because the torso different. Duh. The torso is different, so obviously the neck piece is different. This one actually has a separate neck piece, but that neck piece doesn't really move in there. It's just a separate piece for whatever reason. Let's get the skull head sculpt on there. And boom, you have your dead ninja. And that's kind of creepy looking, right? But it looks really good. I don't like it that much though. So we're going to take it off and we're going to have the regular ninja head sculpt on there. But it does look pretty good. Here, look at that. We got a fist logo there. I don't know, is that just bad paint on mine, or is that how it's supposed to look? That kind of looks bad, but if that's the design, it looks like it could be the design. I'll have to take a look and see if it's just mine's bad or not. It's just on that left arm, it is not on the right. Similar to Daredevil here, the hinge kind of cuts into the gauntlet or the wrap there. It's not nearly as bad as the Daredevil figure. But you do kind of notice it a little bit. The sword, as you can see, the katana, how it was sheathed in there. But it gets in the way, like it sticks out really far. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to actually have it out. There you have the belt piece, and it has, a pouch there. There's no waist swivel on this guy. Oh, look at that. It has a little cut in for that belt piece. But there's no waist swivel because we got the diaphragm cut and the inverted ab, which is pretty cool. And then the design here, you kind of have this, I guess, would be like a strap or sash. It doesn't go all the way around, as you can see. It just kind of sticks in the front. But the gray and red looks pretty good. Just red for the boots there. So not a whole lot going on, but I do really like the way the gray and the red come together. And then the added cool articulation is nice, but as you are about to see, leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, so the Fist Ninja, again, I was kind of blown away with the articulation, but then also at the same time blown away by how limited that diaphragm cut is. But anyway, the head is on a disc hinge. This hinge is a little bit stiff, but you can get the head to look down a bit. Keep in mind, again, that neck, that separate neck piece, it keeps wanting to pull on that neck when I just want to hinge the head up, back. So you can't get the ninja to look up. You get full rotation in there, of course. There's not really going to be any pivot going on with the neck. The shoulder, you can get the shoulder to go straight on out like so, which is great. You can do a full rotation in there. There is the butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back that much. It's not a crazy amount, but it is nice that we do get some butterfly in there. The crossbody, though, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. What's crazy about this shoulder is... usually, you could see like the hinge, but look how deep that hinge is in there. Like it's very far in there. So that is also another thing that's really not going to allow for good crossbody. It's just like when I have it, like I can't even see where the damn thing is. So it's pretty crazy. So it's, yeah, just kind of wild. So like, again, crossbody, just, you can't really take advantage. And then if you look at the bicep there, let's take a look here. The curvature there, see how it curves in? That also limits it a little bit too. Now, like it has a, you know, I guess a realistic, you know, clothing look to it. But, you know, it just, you know, it hinders it a little bit, and it's just kind of funky why we got that. And without being able to really see the hinge, I'm like, am I doing it the right way? Do I have the shoulder in the right spot? So it's just kind of weird. Double jointed elbow. It does have pins. Again, these are reused from the Hand Ninja. I don't mind that. Just a little bit over 90 degrees, not too shabby. Wrists swivel and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on the grip hands and the fists for the Fist Ninja. But here was the disappointing part. So we're going to take a look at the diaphragm cut. So tilting to the left, not a whole lot. So we're off to a bad start there. Tilting to the right, not a whole lot. Off to a bad start there. Going back, I guess, isn't a problem because you have the inverted ab crunch, but you would like some motion, right? And it's just not really going back at all. And I don't like forward. It is next to nothing. Swivel though, so you got the swivel, and there's resistance because look, it just goes right back. Like it doesn't hold its position. Like, can you twist it all the way around? It feels like you can, but then like I'm stretching out the plastic, and it's probably not good. So just a heads up on that. But that is your swivel. But we got the ab crunch in there. So crunching forward, and the belt might get in the way a little bit of this, but that's the total crunch forward with an inverted ab and a diaphragm cut. That's not a whole lot. You would think there'd be some more. Going back, even then, that's not a crazy amount either. So we got the inverted ab, we got the diaphragm. But it doesn't seem like it's given us much more than a regular ab crunch could have done. So that's just a little disappointing, I have to admit. I mean, you would think that we would get more, but we just don't. Because, you know, when we think of inverted ab and diaphragm cut, like if you got the Renew Your Vows, right, look how much forward you can get. Look how much back you can get. But this, you know, this guy, we don't get it. You know, the tilt, I guess, isn't a whole lot, but I would say that that's more, at least. Right? Yeah, it's definitely more. So, you know, it's just not as good as I think they could have done. And let's see, the Hand Ninja. I know this diaphragm was a little limited, but I would say that that's a lot more lean, you know, on the left to right than this one. You know, it's just a little frustrating there is all. Legs only go out that far apart. Can't kick forward that far, which is good. The leg does go back actually quite a bit, as you can see there. Upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee. Again, pin knee because were reused from the Hand Ninja. He has baggy pants, but he has good looking knees. Unlike Daredevil, which has ugly knees. We have a boot swivel in there. Unlike Daredevil, we have a foot that hinges down. Hinge up doesn't really want to work as the top of the foot hits the shin. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So decent, not great. It's actually quite disappointing on the articulation. The Hand Ninja looks fantastic, but I mean the Fist Ninja looks fantastic, but just so close, so close. Okay, so here I want to swap out the hands for Daredevil. So, because again, we only have grip hands. So if you wanted fists to go with this guy, you could use the fist from the Fist Ninja. But again, the reds aren't going to match. So is it noticeable? Yeah, it's pretty noticeable because it's a darker red with this shiny ass red for Daredevil. So, you know, I'm sure some folks can do like a color match between the two. They probably want to darken up the wrists, the forearms of Daredevil to probably match the fists. But you know, they work. The style is there. It's just, you know, not quite the same color. But you can fudge it a little bit. Just have them punching a few folks. It's just dark red because of all kinds of blood, and you know, you're good to go. Okay, so side-by-side comparison time. So looking at some of the other figures from this wave, so to kind of match the storyline and theme here, we're going to throw in the King Daredevil from the same wave, the Fist Ninja. We got Lady Bullseye, and then not from this wave, but from the same story. we have the Electra Nachos Daredevil, and those look pretty good together. Each one has a different red, just kind of one of those things. But you know, if you have an army of the Fist Ninjas, I think they'll all look really, really good together. Okay, and we've had a few different fist hand ninjas. Just keep butchering that all video long. We have the first release of the Hand Ninja, then we have the Troop Builder Hasbro Pulse exclusive version of the Hand Ninja. These two were you know, the exact same, just different colorways. But then the Fist, again, use the same arms, same legs, same head sculpt, completely new torso piece, which is pretty cool. The face on the Fist Ninja looks a whole lot better because the digital print, kind of how they did it around the eyes, is just really, really nice, as you can see there. Whereas the previous, you know, ones just look pretty generic. I mean, in my opinion, we got red eyes on this one, green eyes on that one. Fist Ninja definitely looks a lot better. But that's not it. There has been other Hand Ninja figures released before, so we're going to get the Black Ninja out of the way, and we're going to add in the old school Hand Ninja there. That was a Hasbro release. I don't know if it ever got released under a Toy Biz banner first, but Hasbro did release this. There is a white version, which I guess would technically be the hand, although I kind of use it as the chased ninja. I didn't pull it out of the display. I do have it in there, but a couple of different versions of some ninjas. So Hand Ninja, the Fist Ninja. Okay, so get this. As I start moving it around, I'm like, I really want to get that butterfly, that crossbody to go. And I'm like, I kind of got it. But when I did that, I heard a snap. It went, that little snap. So remember that little lip that I was telling you about that really sticks out, that looks weird? Look at that. It just chewed up the shit out of it as I tried to force it more than it really should have. So look at that. That's not good. Look at that plastic piece just going to chip away. And yeah, that's... Nah. Why did they sculpt it like that? Like, it's so weird. Just look at how... Like, I get that it looks more natural when you have a baggy sleeve. It wraps around that shoulder ball. But then it just... Oh, man. I don't know. It's weird because I probably would complain like, it just doesn't look natural. It's all weird shaped. And then they do that and I'm like, shit. Maybe, you know, careful what you wish for. Or maybe it should have just been thicker here altogether so it doesn't come out if it was just thicker all the way. I don't know, but that's definitely not what you want to see happen. So that sucks. But does it allow for a little bit more crossbody? Maybe a tiny bit. Not really a whole lot, but... Yeah, that was unfortunate. I still love the way this Fist Ninja looks. It's just that, you know, for a ninja, can you really get him into super dynamic poses? I don't think so. I think, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not very good at that, but the little bit that I was trying, I just really couldn't make it happen. I would like to point out that I did not realize this even at the time because I had completely forgotten over the last couple of years. This guy had butterfly joints as well. His arms were the same thing, and I kind of tried to push it to its limit a little bit too, and I did hear a slight crack, and I could see some stress on that plastic. So this figure had the same issues. It's just not something that I noticed years ago, or if I did, I had completely forgotten. So even the shoulder balls are the same on this guy. So just, you know, if you had this one already were kind of aware of that fact, then you might be okay. But looking at it again with fresh new perspective, I'm a little, you know, scared and worried about that. So just a heads up on that. Okay, so we'll leave you there with the Fist Ninja. I think, again, he looks great. It's just dynamic poses are going to be tough because this diaphragm just doesn't do a whole lot for him. The ab helps a little bit, but just not, you know, not what you would really hope for it to be. It just doesn't really hold the swivel too much as well. But still a really good looking figure. Still, you know, one that I like. I think it's, you know, towards the top. I would say it is better than the Luke Cage figure, but I don't know that it's better than the Blade figure. But still a really cool army builder. It's just, it's, you know, diaphragm cut, inverted ab. We should get a lot of range of motion there, and we don't, unfortunately. I hate to come off so negative, especially with this wave. It's like, it's so close. Everything is so close, and then there's just one little thing that's like, damn, it's so close to having a great figure, and we got to settle for something that's, you know, decent, good. You know, and just you hope for better, and sometimes it just doesn't come out that way. I don't think this is one that should be passed because of that, because again, still a really good figure. It's still something to pick up. But, you know, those are my thoughts. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, keep in mind, this is not something that you're going to find at big box retail, fan channels, Amazon, specialty shops, local comic shops, GameStop. Those are going to be your best bets to get this figure. So mostly online, no big box retail. Links in the video description below. That also help support the channel if you're interested in ordering the Fist Ninja. I have a second one coming. I'll be happy with that because I will display, you know, with the skull head sculpt. But yeah, and again, you know, having this Daredevil figure to go along with it, and then the Elektra Daredevil figure to go along with it. Solid release, and you know, you have an army of these Fist Ninjas. It's going to look pretty awesome. So again, you guys let me know your thoughts. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you're interested in helping support the channel, hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.